before. But they went to some bar. My dad had a long ass mullet, big old beard. He looked cool as shit. And people were coming up to him like thinking he was a part of some band, and he went along with it. And people were like, "Oh, can I get a picture with you, man?" And I was laughing my ass off when my mom was telling me that story. Let me see if I can find it. Because I was like, holy shit, daddy looked like this? And my mom was like, hell yeah, people loved it.
I mean, according to my mom, my dad apparently used to look like John Travolta.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I get the stories of, like, hey, I can hear us.
All right. Well, it sounds like our audio is working, so we'll get started. What's up, guys? You already know what it is. Nooner Nation podcast for Nooners, by Nooners. We were going to do a separate audio test, but ran into a whole other issue with that. So we're just going to go live now.
I don't know if your mic is working, Bill.
Mine's not working now?
It sounds like you're from the laptop audio. Like I can hear a lot of echo in the room. Can you hear that too?
What about
Jake?
now?
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
It
So
sounds
my bad.
it sounds the same to me.
Hold on, Bill, talk.
I am speaking into my microphone. Might just be my room echoing. 1 second.
It sounds like you're far away. Like I don't have a hard time hearing him, but it doesn't sound as clear.
All right, cool. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it, we ball.
I had the doors shut in this room, so I wonder if it was like making an echo in here or something. Don't know.
That might have been it because it does sound a little bit better.
All right.
So yeah, it could just be because you're in a different location.
I'm in the same. I moved back into the room. We put up wallpaper. Super awesome.
Okay.
But we also, it's the bedroom in our basement, and we have like big barn doors that open it. Like, so I had those closed. So I'm guessing maybe causing some echo. Don't know. But whatever. You already know what it is, guys.
Like, get real close to that mic and let me like get like right up on it.
Fucking close.
Like this close. Echo.
It sounds the same to me. Like that should sound crazy muffled, and it doesn't. Not you, Jake. Damn it.
I am using the wrong microphone though.
I don't know, Bill. Either way, as long as people can hear us, but like that should have sounded crazy muffled, and it sounded the exact same as like you talking away from it. So maybe I'm just crazy.
Using the wrong one though. So
cray.
Oh, Jake, you sound a lot different.
Do I? I mean, I was using my fucking headphone mic, so.
Dude, you sound way clearer and like so much better.
Can you hear me now?
What about now?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are we just all stupid and using our headphone mics? What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fine. I didn't use my microphone for fucking months. So like I'm not gonna give y'all shit. I just noticed that Jake, I didn't notice your shit didn't sound right. I'm not gonna lie. But it happens.
Myrtle Beach, baby. Not a sponsor, but if they were.
Welcome to this week's episode of Idiots Try to Podcast.
Hey man, we've been doing this for a while, and then all of a sudden shit started fucking up. So it's like, you know what? It's not our fault. It's technology's fault.
It is. It's just not there yet. You know?
It will never be there.
Never.
And when it is there, it's going to kill us.
It is. It's going to realize we're too stupid.
It's going to take over. It's going to be the fucking Antichrist. And then, you know, shit's going to get real. And zombies are going to attack. And I'm just going to walk into traffic. And it's going to be a great time.
It's not even going to be zombies. It's going to be those fucking Tesla robots. Have you seen those fucking things?
As long as one of them chokes me out and I can like rub off real quick and then I just drift off.
Just fucking...
I'll like act as a DJ real quick and then night time. Like, okay.
I know.
Okay.
The robot's like super thrown off by you just like, oh, harder. Like, huh?
It just stops, walks
You
away.
just described a scene from American Dad. It's one of the Christmas episodes. They're going to Santa because Krampus has been released, and
Oh,
it's
shit.
Stan and Roger, and the elves like have like those poles with the cords like they have at dog and cat places to get the dogs,
Okay.
and so they're choking them, and then Roger's like harder, and the elf's like.
I know. This robot's like trying to choke Charlie out. And next thing you know, like Charlie's like, oh, now spit in my mouth. I was like, excuse me?
I'm not there yet, bud.
Not there. We don't know what you're going to
Robot
be
tells
like
you that?
with the AI robots, you know?
The robot just looks at you.
It just
I
spits
can't do
oil all over my face.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
that. On mine,
whatever you
Charlie's
want.
frozen in the fucking funniest position. Her eyes are just frozen, closed.
It just closes my eyes for me.
At least you'll have some fun before you die, you know?
It sticks my tongue back in my mouth.
Yeah, that's like Charlie figures out how to save humanity. You just have to talk dirty to the robot while it's trying to kill you.
They don't know how to fucking handle it. They just
I
shut
think I've
down.
had this conversation before. I'm not gonna lie. You just confused them. Like you're really into it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was by sex. That's how they're gonna realize they can just trick all the soldiers and all the people trying to take them out by like sucking their wieners or something like that, and then they can get them vulnerable and kill them. So it's like it's not gonna be like violent sort of thing. It's they're gonna come at you like the sex robots from Austin Powers. So you have to, but none of y'all are Austin Powers. So like y'all are all just gonna, they're just gonna
Let's
suck your
clog up
wieners
the
and be like,
gears.
"Yes, I love you," and then they're gonna blow your brains out.
Well, you don't
And that's how they take over.
You don't know that, you know, I do or don't own a pair of, you know, Union Jack briefs that I dance around in.
It wasn't those briefs that did it though. It was the man in those briefs.
It was the mojo.
Yeah, exactly.
You also
And most of it,
you don't know if I have that whole thing choreographed perfectly or not, you know?
once again, it wasn't the dance either, my man. You're
It
not
was.
getting it. You're not getting
Bill
it.
thinks he's Austin Powers over here, Charlie.
Yeah.
Let the man fucking live, right?
Yeah, every time
I'm
I,
a
Let the man,
soldier.
let
Like,
the man have this one.
every time I go to the
No.
dentist and they pull out the floss, I immediately just thumbs to my neck, you know?
Doesn't he floss and there's like a whole fucking pork chop that like flies
There's
out
like
in
a
that
bunch
movie?
of shit coming out of his teeth, I think so. Yeah.
The fucking movie. Ah, that's
I
a good
get
movie.
it. I have bad teeth.
I get it. No. she pulls out the floss. I get it.
Yeah.
No, you idiot.
Oh man, it's a good movie. I notice every once in a while, like on my YouTube page, like somebody streams like all the Austin Powers movies live on YouTube every once in a while.
I've seen that.
So
But I don't know if it's like the actual movie in chronological order, if it's just like this scene and now it's this scene and now
it looks like
this
it's the whole movie because I like turned it on before. It's like, oh, this is the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't know
I
how.
wonder how the fuck do they get away with that without getting copyrighted?
China,
Just take the fucking hit.
I guess so.
And then they just make a new
I guess.
YouTube account just over and over and over.
Yeah, they have all those bot email addresses for their Twitters, so why not fucking use them?
I mean, unless they like flip it and mess with like the volume a little bit, and then like the algorithm, like the AI takes it a little bit to be like, hey.
They probably slow it down like a quarter or something.
Right.
No, they need to speed it up to double speed.
It's over in half the time.
I know. It's the only way to watch a movie.
Oh gosh. I've never
Hey,
thought
no,
about
I'm here for those fucking the brutalist that needs a fucking intermission. That's the kind of bullshit I like.
Does it have an intermission?
Yes, it does.
How long is it?
Like 3 hours. Let me look it up.
So-
I know it's very fucking long.
Those old school fucking movies like Gone with the Wind and Ben-Hur, that shit literally has an intermission in the movie itself.
So does what's it called? Fucking Gandhi's biopic.
Does it? Well, what's the Quentin Tarantino movie?
Talk
Like
about Gandhi.
Crazy
Hey,
Eight?
I had to watch that movie a lot in fucking school.
What were you saying, Bill?
What's that one that Western that Quentin Tarantino released recently ish?
Oh, The Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight. Yeah, that's got an intermission in it.
Well, that one on Netflix, if you watch it properly, is like fucking 6 hours long.
Yeah, the Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight extended version. Sorry.
Virgin.
Virgin?
You know, The Brutalist is 3 hours and 35 minutes.
That's pretty long.
That's not bad. Like the fucking Lord of the Rings extended versions don't even have an intermission in them, and it's way longer than that.
Yeah, they're like 4.5 hours.
Don't be a pussy, man.
I watched those like while my kids were sick with the flu and I just needed something to do.
Dude, they're so good. They're so fucking good.
They are, but I find myself, especially in like the last two movies, I often fast forward through most of Frodo and Sam's stuff.
I'm gonna have the unpopular opinion here. I've never watched a Lord of the Rings movie.
Well, that's not an opinion, that's just a fact.
Fuck you. Unpopular fact, unpopular opinion is I'm not gonna fucking do it.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, you look just like the guy who directed the damn things.
Okay,
I mean,
that aside,
fuck you.
You
Bill.
are into fucking filmmaking. This is one of the best filmmaking
I don't like
movies
fantasy.
we've had in the last 20 fucking years. They did so many things practical. It looks amazing. The things that they did, the acting, everything that they got into it. How could you not be? Who gives a fuck about the fantasy part? Watch it for the brilliance of the filmmaking and the cinematography. Like, there's a fucking reason it raked at the fucking Oscars, my man. You watch those fucking movies.
Yeah, the extended version of Return of the King is 4 hours and 23 minutes.
Two Towers is my favorite.
I do
I
like
accidentally call it the Twin Towers all the time, but the second one is my absolute favorite. But seriously, Jake, you've got to watch these fucking movies. Like, once again, who gives a fuck what it's about? Once you like literally see it, you're gonna be like, holy shit. Everything they put into this is insane. And then like they did it on like a decently small budget for the first one.
I'm
And
just
everything-
not really a fan of the fan bases and like what they did to the
Who
fucking
gives a
ruined
shit?
it for me.
Fuck them. Fuck all that shit. Just watch the fucking movie, man. Don't think about all that stupid shit. Fuck all of that. It's just an enjoyable, it's a beautifully made film. You know what? Don't watch the fucking movies. Watch the making of the movies.
those are pretty awesome.
And then maybe you might want to watch it. But
Okay, that's more entertaining for me than watching most movies.
I have watched the making of the movies. It's fucking incredible. And
It's like,
so
I don't
like
even like Star Wars, and I like the making of those.
yeah, so at least watch that. That's all on YouTube. And then if you want to watch the movie, because it's just incredible what they did with it. Because I'm really not into that shit either. But
Hold on, I gotta.
Lord of the Rings, like, holy shit. I got so into it.
Was Viggo
Just
Mortensen your sexual awakening as a child?
No, it was Legolas because I was that
Orlando
young when it
Bloom,
came
yeah.
out that I liked the pretty boy. Now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, okay. Like Vigo, hello. Um,
I think I fixed it, Jessica.
but
Can you hear me now?
can you hear me?
I don't know. They're saying it sounds like I'm whispering. So
Here we go. We need to do
Like,
a live watch along of all 3 movies back to back, but with a drinking game involved
I would
I
honestly
mean,
love this.
if we're doing this in person, I'm dropping acid.
for like 11 hours. So, drink every time there's a close up of the ring, someone smokes a pipe, a character speaks Elvish, whenever a hobbit is eating, when a ring wraith appears.
I will be right back.
Okay. Yeah, we can get really fucked up doing Lord of the Rings drinking game.
See what's going on Twitter.
You mean X?
Okay, so I bought this in Denver for
In
tobacco
Denver.
use only. That's the only thing that's ever been smoked in this. Like the show, nothing else. I call it Gandalf's pipe.
Ooh.
Okay, I've smoked out of a fucking candle. I've smoked out of a wooden one that's like a Lord of the Rings prop. It's pretty fucking cool.
But I also call it Jade. But still, I love this bitch.
Nice. So did you like go to the pipe tobacco place and get pipe tobacco for it?
Yeah, you can get that at nothing but smoke.
Womb Raider says we need to watch Hot Rod. We can do that.
Yeah, Hot Rod's fucking awesome.
I remember that was the first movie me and my wife saw together when we first started dating. And when we
Wasn't that
watched,
like your first date?
I think it was our first date. It probably was our first date if I think about it. I don't know, it's fucking forever ago. But Hot Rod's a lot like to me was a lot like was it Napoleon Dynamite? Like as I'm watching it, I was like, what the fuck is this movie? And I was like, after watching it the first time, I was like, that was fucking retarded. And then, but as time goes on, I'm like making quotes. I was like, okay, it's actually a really funny movie. I need to go back and rewatch it with a different mindset.
I want to make something that's stupid.
How dare you think that about Hot Rod the first time? When I saw him fall down that fucking mountain hill, like, me and my friend laughed so hard we couldn't fucking breathe. But granted, we were like sophomores in high school. So there's a bit of like an age difference there, and that makes a difference. But holy shit, we thought that movie was so fucking hilarious. And we were right, and it's still hilarious.
Yep.
One of my favorite parts is like, you look really pretty. Oh, what was that? I said you look shitty. I love that part. And then Will Arnett, babe, wait, no, babe, no, wait, no, babe, wait. Oh my God. I love that movie.
The only like quotes I really remember from that was was it not Danny Masterson,
Danny McBride,
Danny
brother.
McBride. I've been drinking green tea all day.
All damn day.
And then it was,
I'm ready.
why am I talking what way?
What? In what way?
Why are you talking that
You
way?
know, even though Danny McBride only plays the same fucking character,
I don't know.
What?
Who cares? It's great.
I don't know. He's pretty good in Righteous Gemstones.
oh, I fucking love Righteous Gemstones. I'm so sad they're only going to be doing one more season.
Yeah, but HBO knows when to stop and start something new. So
True.
my
They're
favorite
gonna wrap it up in the best fucking way.
my favorite character on that show is Uncle Baby Billy.
How can you not
Uncle
love
Baby Billy's Bible Blasters.
Come on now.
Walter Goggins is just fucking awesome.
I know. Did you know that his Super Bowl commercial for the Walton Goggins goggle glasses That's a real thing.
What?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. You can get Walton Goggins goggle glasses. It's
I've seen him throughout my entire life, and I'm glad he's finally getting his comeuppance because he was in. So I once again, like I was like 12, so don't take this in any way. I loved The Crow Salvation, which is the third one. He's in that. He was one of the bad cops. He was in uh was it
Sons of
how
Anarchy?
he no, way before then. House of a
Justified.
Thousand Corpses.
Uh,
He was one of the cops, and in one of the
Really?
most amazing scenes I've ever watched, he's like on his knees. I forget, he played Chop Top in uh Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I
Oh, yeah.
can't remember his name in that movie. He has a fucking gun to his head, down on his knees, and it's just silence for like 45 seconds. And the camera's just panning out. Silence, silence, silence. And you're just waiting for him to fucking pull the trigger. And all of a sudden, boom, and you see him fall. And it's like, oh my gosh. I fucking love Rob Zombie. But yeah, he was in that. Like, he's been in a lot of shit in like the early 2000s. And, you know,
God, I
no one
picture
gave
the
him his
fucking
fucking
rehearsal.
flowers. He's finally getting his fucking flowers. And it's just like, yes, I've loved you my entire life. And finally, fucking finally, people are noticing how fucking good you are. And I love it.
so yeah.
So what the fuck are these glasses that look like
the Walton Goggins goggle
wipers?
glasses?
Are they like Google glasses or like
No, they're sunglasses, but they're also goggles.
How much are they? Bill, how much
Probably
are
the-
those?
They
they're probably
are
like $400.
150.
Ooh, I might do it.
But like he says, if your goggles ain't goggins, they don't belong on your noggins.
I have to buy them.
Need to. All right.
That settles it. I have to buy them.
All right. Well, luckily I saved all the questions or all the answers from last week. So, if you could travel in time to any historical event, what would it be? First up, whenever Womb Raider was conceived, so he can call me daddy. I don't even know if he's conceived. He just kind of like apparated onto Earth.
He's an eldritch being that emerged from Appalachia.
Mm-hmm. He just crawled out of some creek in northern Appalachia. Oh, to be on that boat with Pam and Tommy Lee.
Holy fucking shit. To be that boat horn, am I right?
Yeah.
Turn in the steering wheel, right?
Yeah. I'm steering with it.
Dude. If you were on that boat with them, you'd be like, Tommy, rocks.
They were like what, like Havasu? It was big enough.
Yeah.
Terrain.
We get it. You can drive the boat with your dick, but can you please steer us away from the other boats? All right, next one. The construction of the Great Pyramids to see if aliens really had anything to do with it. Everybody knows the aliens made the pyramids.
I mean, like, I get it, but like, that's the best you could do.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, when you
Why not
go.
make them cooler?
My first thought of like going back to any of those times, like even like fairly recently, I'm just like, what does it smell like?
Bad.
Ass.
I mean,
Balls.
granted, they did have a lot of incense. But that was like the people who had money.
Right.
You know, like the royals, pretty much. Like, other than that, real bad. But to be fair, that's what you grew up around. That's what you know. You get used to a
Hey.
certain stank after a while. So it's like, did you really notice it if you were around it for so long? Probably not.
Yeah.
So it just depends on where you were at. So like if you were a royal going down into like, where other people lived, you're probably like, oh my god, this is horrible.
Yeah, no, they're probably like huffing their perfume as they're walking through that shit.
With like the handkerchiefs and stuff like that, like yeah.
I know we're rewatching Game of Thrones right now. My wife was like,
I was gonna
"Man,"
say it's a very Game of Thrones thing.
I was like, my wife was like, "Man, these people all have a lot of sex for people that smell terrible." And I was like, "Yeah, but if everybody smells terrible, then nobody smells terrible."
Exactly. And then if everybody smells terrible, you get used to like your olfactory system is gonna get used to that, and then you're not gonna be able to smell it anymore.
But we just watched the episode where Jon Snow and Ygritte have sex for the first time,
Uh-huh.
and he goes down on her, and I'm just like,
They were like in a fucking cave of like hot springs though.
Yeah, but this is
So
before they got into the hot springs.
you don't know that though.
I
It was
do. I
after
watched
the hot
it.
springs, totally.
And to
before
be
the hot
fair,
springs, no.
he's into her. He probably liked the smell of it because pheromones and shit. So like, don't knock a yellow person's yum.
All right.
I don't know. I've been pretty into someone, and they still smell pretty bad.
Well, back in those days, man, like either way, and you probably actually weren't that into them. Like if you, it's like the pheromones don't lie. You might want to put your wiener in them, but that doesn't mean like you were compatible. If you like someone's nasty, sweaty stank, you're into them.
Yeah. Next one. The Battle of Thermopylae. Was that 300?
Cool.
You
Yeah.
fucking nerds.
Again,
Fuck
probably
you.
smells terrible.
I don't give a shit.
I want to kick some fucking soldiers off a cliff.
I know.
That was in a movie.
I know. Who was it? The
Spray painted abs.
the Persian king would show up with all his like jewelry and shit. I'd be like, gay.
Charlie, there is no proof that they didn't airbrush their abs back in Spartan times.
Yeah.
They used fucking like.
Charcoal. They got like charcoal and
I was thinking of something they could use a bronze or. Oh my gosh, we
They
don't know.
look like fucking Gwar characters.
That just reminds me of Meet the Spartans, where like they had that fat dude and they did that on his gut. Seriously though, like I hate that you're right about that. Like we
airbrushing
didn't
some
know.
abs in
Like,
there.
but then they also, I mean, they like the Egyptians, they actually used charcoal on their eyes to see better, so like they literally could have looked like football players. Like
They also wore eyeliner and mascara and shit back in Egyptian times.
the fancy people did for sure. Not it's like the commoner folk. But like it helped them to it does like that's why football players wear that shit. Like it literally helps your eyesight. So like there was a functionality to it. It wasn't just cosmetic. But a win's a win. You have one, you have the other. So like
Yeah.
Wins.
I remember back in North Carolina, I went to like this tanning place and they actually sold these little like reflective strips that were made to go on your stomach to help make tone on your abs.
shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. How stupid would that look though? Like why is part of you tan and part of you not?
I don't know, but that's what they were for. There's like a little picture of a guy like wearing them under each one of his abs to like create definition, I guess. I don't know.
What I hate is that, or at least a tanning place I've gone to here, it's a chain. They don't have stickers anymore.
Oh, you
Like,
can't get your
that's
Playboy
not-
bunny tanned on anymore?
You can't do that. No. So guess what Charlie did? I made my own with my vinyl cutter. I made my own little bitty hearts, and I would take one at every time. because I needed to know. Like that lets you know exactly how fucking tan you've gotten.
Mhm.
Like it's a, it's a marker point. Like I'm using fucking bronzer and shit. I need to know. It was very drastic at one point, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Maybe I used
in high school one time I actually went on eBay because that was the big one back in the day and bought
it still is.
a vinyl cutout of the Superman symbol and tanned it onto my chest one summer.
Shut your fucking
Huh.
mouth.
Shame. Was this around the time you had your fucking grill?
Yeah.
I was about to say, this is like 2007. To be fair, my school, we were Snyder Tigers. They literally took the Superman symbol, put it on all kinds of shirts, all this shit, and then I'm pretty sure they got a cease and desist. It couldn't do that anymore.
Okay.
So I'm really fucking surprised no one did that at my school because that would have fucking made sense.
Yeah.
I can
Holy
see
shit.
the wrestlers doing some shit like that at your school.
Maybe.
What? My
I
school?
can see the wrestlers. Yeah, if that was your, if
Sweetie,
they did
honey,
this-
baby pie, love of my life. My school did not have wrestling. We were
What?
tiny, 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 tiny. We
I'm
had
just saying because the wrestlers were always the ones that had the tendency to do the outrageous shit.
no. It would have been the football players. We had football, tennis, golf, volleyball, and basketball, softball, baseball.
Hmm.
That was it. That was all you could do. So it would have been like, no, we did not have. We were a town of 10,000 people. We did not have that.
So yeah, Jake, to answer your question, yeah, it would have been like 17-year-old Bill, super tan except for a pale Superman logo on his chest. Definitely the number one stunner grill. And then my LED billboard belt buckle.
I'm pretty sure my school like outlawed those. Like you couldn't wear those to school.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I probably got in trouble for whatever the hell I had on it at the time. So it was a hit.
I remember
it was
I
a
got
hit
in
at
trouble
parties.
for wearing a little baby doll tee from the Mudvayne concert I went to because my midriff was showing.
Ooh, showing skin. What a harlot.
Ooh.
Is that
You're
your
showing
belly
ankles,
button?
dude?
What a slut.
No, it wasn't. No, midriff. It was like below the belly, right above the crotch area, like hip bone level.
Huh.
Because it was in the time of the low-rise jeans.
Oh.
So it was, yeah, like I always had like a little bit of a pooch on my belly. So I wanted like that to be covered, but like that little flat part right above your pubic area,
Mm-hmm.
I could show that off.
You wanted to make
They're
sure
like-
the whale tail was out there.
No, I didn't do that either. Like that wasn't my stitch. I was more of a gothic chick, and that was not the goth thing to do.
Oh.
They no. I wouldn't have done that either. Like that was way too far.
Did you have the seat belt buckle belt?
I wanted one so fucking bad. They sold them at the Buckle. I wanted a Coca-Cola one because it had like Coca-Cola bottle caps from like all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
I thought those were so fucking cool. But no, I never got one. I did have the stud belt. I had
Of course.
a few stud belts.
Back then, you probably couldn't buy anything but studded belts.
Well, let me at a hot topic. Like you had the Buckle. They had like their shit. That's where I got a lot of my jeans.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Abercrombie and Fitch. I loved getting the Abercrombie and Fitch jeans. But anything like goth or punk or alternative, that was Hot Topic. That was the place to go. It's Hot Topic.
Now Hot Topic is Hollister.
I wouldn't say that. Like they still have some stuff, but it's definitely changed. But like
I didn't
don't
know Hot
know.
Topic was still around.
It's all changed though. Like they still have like the badass band tees and shit like that, but they have like a lot of cottage core. They don't have like the cool like lip service pants anymore, like like the gothic pants and shit like that. They have esque ones, but it's not exactly the same. But like, you
Shit, the
know,
one here, all they have is Funkos.
really,
Yeah.
I I have seen some like wrestling shirts from there. They had an NWO one, so I was actually just there Monday because I went in to the mall just to walk around. Went on Hot Topic. They had an NWO shirt, and I was like, "Oh shit, $32
Oh, of
for
course.
a T-shirt," and I was like, "Bitch."
Shit, at that price, you might as well just order it from WWE.
Yeah, $32 for a T-shirt. So it's just like, I would rather fucking slit my wrists in this store right now. Like, no, I'm not going to.
Speaking of that, I can't remember. I can't recall the last time I saw like a goth teenager.
What?
Like a true
Goth is
goth.
like coming back.
Is it? I don't. Well, for one, I don't really like
Well, it's like
go
TikTok
go
goths.
places that
Hey, why
teenagers
would you know
frequent.
any teenagers right now, Bill?
And it's like I don't. I guess that's part of the problem.
Granted, I really hope that one of your kids grows up to wear like chokers and the big baggy pants and shit like that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, whatever.
But I don't know,
Like
shit
the
just
like the youngest
changes.
son on Home Improvement.
I just saw a video about that yesterday. That actor was on a podcast and he was like, I wasn't like that at all, but apparently one of the producer's sons dressed like that, so they made me dress like that. And he was like, I ran into that son one day and we were dressed the exact same way. I thought that was so funny. He was like, I guess that was the way of like that father to deal with his kid dressing like that, or
I'm pretty sure my son's a devil worshiper.
but
Let's put it in the show.
So
I thought that was funny.
all right, on to the next one.
Oh God, yeah, we did trail off there.
Roswell, New Mexico in 1946 to see if an alien really ended up on Earth.
Nothing happened.
No, not in Roswell, at least. Like, did they bank on it? Yes, we always used to drive through Roswell going to Ruidosa, and I always thought it was so like we never stopped there. But like their fucking McDonald's had like a crashed spaceship, and like every little store had little aliens in it. Even like on top of the stores, you would see like little aliens. Like they went fucking hard in the paint for alien shit for sure, but no.
I knew this one was coming. The Holocaust.
Obviously. How many actually were there?
Womb Raiders there doing a head count.
He has a little clipboard.
He's got one of those clickers. Just
It's nowhere near 6 million.
once I count you off, move to this side of the camp. What the fuck? There's only 5,400,000. That's not even 6 million.
It's like
200,000.
$5.99.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're one off.
History's been lying to us.
2,071.
Jesus. All right.
Or 271,000. My bad. I need another drink and I have to pee. Y'all keep going. I'll come back.
Jesus.
That's fucking horrible. What's the next one?
Next
Move on from that bullshit.
This one's not much better. The atomic
God.
bomb of Hiroshima to watch them rice people turn into fried rice people.
Why do I feel like the same person who did the previous one did this one?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure the next one's going to be some sort of, casually racist remark as well.
Is that even casually at that point?
Yeah, I guess not. Business casual racism.
That's black tie racism, Bill. What are you talking about?
Yeah. All right. Next one. I would go back in time and see the invention of the first fleshlight. Gonna go hang
I'm
out.
sorry. Did I hear Hiroshima?
Yeah, that was the last one.
That was it?
No. That was the one previous to this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it was like the last one.
No.
The very last
But this one, I would go back in time and see the invention of the first fleshlight.
That couldn't have been very long ago.
No, it was Aubrey Marcus's dad.
I was about to say, like, that wasn't.
I would be interested to
like-
like be in like the R&D process of that. It'd be like,
He just like hands it to you. Fuck it.
like somebody's like, some dude's like
Fuck it.
sticking his fingers in it. It's like, no, it still just doesn't feel quite right. You
With
know?
Aubrey Marcus's dad, though, I feel like he was telling people not to use their fingers.
Probably not. Who knows? Don't
I
even
mean,
know.
why would you? That's not what they're going for.
Hmm.
If you're going to test it, yeah, test
Put your
it.
dick in it. Or how many people like the first couple prototypes, like they didn't factor in like suction. So how many people had to have like their dicks cut out of a fleshlight because they like got suctioned in?
Oh yeah, because if you don't have the reversal, it's just
Well, you just pull it to the side. Silicone. It's not that.
we're talking guys who are sticking their dick in a random silicone object that their buddy handed him, Charlie.
There's a bunch of lab
You just
assistants,
pull
like
it to the side.
a bunch of lab assistants, like with their fingers trying to stretch it out to break the suction around some dude's dick.
I doubt that was ever an issue.
And then of course they had to like cycle test it, so they probably just had like some machine. It was like a dildo, just going in and out of the thing, like counting cycles until the thing breaks. You know.
Will makes a good point here. Do you think they did a lot of dolphin research since they make their own flashlights?
I mean, technically, so do seals, but
No, they make their flashlights out of seals, honey.
Do they really?
no, seals make their fleshlights out of penguins.
And then otters. Is it just a flashlight chain, food chain?
Could be.
Flashlight chain?
Could be.
That's what this sounds like right now.
Wait, so dolphins? What do they do? Like, do they just like rape dead seals?
No, they'll
Yeah.
find a fish and then they'll beat it up till it dies. And
No,
they'll
seals.
fuck it.
Baby seals, to be exact. Babies. They like the little ones.
Jesus.
Dolphins are not good animals.
Yeah, dolphins are. Granted, they are, just like monkeys, close to humans and are fucking ruthless. I mean, they'll rape people if they can. They'll rape anything.
I know.
And they'll laugh while doing it.
I know.
But baby seals are apparently that like fucking chef's kiss.
I know.
Dolphins should have the rap that sharks have. They just have really good PR people.
Yeah.
Well, they just don't murder humans as much. They'll fuck you, but they don't murder you.
I know.
They'll
Remem-
probably bite. They probably bite more people a year than sharks do.
Yeah, but it doesn't kill you. It doesn't rip your fucking leg off or your arm.
Sharks are like dogs. All right.
I don't think so.
They only bite you if you touch their private parts.
They're cold-blooded animals. They're just there to eat.
They only bite if you touch their private parts.
Oh, okay.
No.
Hank Hill got raped by a dolphin.
That episode was fucking hilarious.
And then, like, what's the dolphin trainer? It's like, why is it never me?
What?
Oh, that fucking show is so great.
All right. Next one 9/11.
Are you gonna be like Mark Wahlberg and stop the fucking attacks?
Yeah. Ugh.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that Mark Wahlberg one time said in an interview if he could go back in time to 9/11, he'd stop the attacks.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's like, if I was on that plane, 9/11 would have been different.
Wasn't he supposed to be on one of those planes?
No, Seth MacFarlane was.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, there's a few people that were like a few celebrities, and then it changed.
Hmm.
So, like, literally, that's why Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson got married, because they had broken up, and he was supposed to be on one of those flights, and he didn't go on it. And then they were like, "Oh my god, let's get back together," and then they got married.
And then they got divorced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she cheated on him, rightly so.
With who? I didn't know that.
Johnny Knoxville.
Ugh, really?
Of
But
all people to fucking cheat with, Johnny fucking Knoxville.
They were on Dukes of Hazzard together, and it became like a emotional cheating thing. I don't know if it was actual physical, but I remember watching her show, and she was wearing a lot of Bam merchandise, so it was rumored to have been Bam. But then in her book, she'd said it was Johnny, but I don't know if it was ever physical, but definitely
mean-
an emotional.
Working on sets with people, you build bonds, so I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're with
Exactly.
someone for 14 to 16 hours a day.
And he was probably just a sweet guy, and it was like, once again, I don't think it was physical because Johnny's always had a woman. But yeah, I don't know if there's ever any physical cheating there. I'm sure there was eventually, but I fucking love watching the Newlyweds. That's like, I grew up watching that shit.
next one. Hitler's quote death. Death.
Oh, so you want to go to Argentina in the 80s?
So
Right.
where was it?
Right.
Was it really with Ava Braun, like they said it was?
No, he's like, all right, we'll do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Just kidding. I'm out of here.
Ah, you didn't do it.
Like that bit in America, Family Guy.
Yeah. All right. No, we're really going to do it this time. All right. The birth of agriculture, so I could smite its creator and return us back to the age of nomads. Oddly
Edgy
specific.
take.
What do you have against agriculture?
Really,
So you don't want to know how to farm, stupid?
the beginning
You
of
don't like bread?
mankind. Like, how do you think mankind started? I love how people say, like, oh, prostitution's the oldest job. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's fucking agriculture. Because what the fuck were the prostitutes prostituting for?
Food, bitch.
Meats.
Like, what are you fucking for? What are they gonna give you? For what? You for money? For what? What are you gonna buy for that? Oh, for food. Fuck you.
Jonathan's conception.
Oh boy.
Send me back so I can buy Bitcoin for cheap.
That one hits.
Yep.
Bitcoin and property.
That one hits.
America during the post-Civil War. I'd invent all modern tools we use today back then, get rich, build a luxurious private brothel for myself, and wake up each day looking at a different set of titties.
With a lot of
Okay, say
fucking
James Stewart.
syphilis.
Right.
Congratulations, my friend.
That'd be like,
I mean,
I made
what if one
this
of the
drill.
inventions...
It runs off electricity. They're like, what? How are you going to get electricity?
Fuck's electricity?
How are you going to get electricity to that there drill?
I didn't plan this out well. Fuck.
They just look at you, what the fuck's electricity?
Right.
Shit.
Electricity. Is that something them Chinamen do when they're high on opium?
Fuck, I went too far back.
Am
Go
I
to
too
the 20s, dipshit.
fucking the Flash on one of those DC movies? Am I too soon?
back to the day JFK caught lead with his head and look directly at the school book depository window.
I don't know if that's
His
the
head
question
just did that. He didn't have sex that day.
Like, would you not want to look at the grassy knoll more than the obvious place? Like, would you not look at the
Right.
other areas?
I'd watch
Just
the
saying.
driver's hand.
Yeah, I'd watch that
Nah, that's all faked.
I'd look at the hungover Secret Service agent. See what he did.
Looking from like the gutter holes.
The one that dropped his gun on the fucking bed of the car and it went off and blew JFK's head off.
Yeah, that one. Right.
What?
Oh, have you never heard
There's
that?
a bunch of fun theories, Charlie.
There's one that like there's a theory that like Lee Harvey Oswald did like take a shot, but the not social security, the Secret Service agents surrounding the car were all hungover from partying all the night before. And one of the agents like drew his gun and accidentally shot JFK in the face. And that's why it's been covered up so much.
There's also the fun theory that it was Jackie.
Yeah. She shot him and
No,
then she's
but
sitting
the
there trying to
one-
hold his head
The
together.
one thing I do love is like, oh, when she was trying to get the fuck out of the car, that wasn't her trying to get the fuck out of the car. She was reaching back to grab his blown off fucking head.
She was trying to hold his head together.
Yeah, she thought they could bring him back to life if she put the brain back in.
What?
Did you ever see
Are you kidding me?
Did you ever see the Mad TV sketch about the Kennedy family home videos?
Oh my gosh, I loved fucking Mad TV back in the day. I can't remember this though.
But it's like their home videos, you know, it's all shot on like an old like a really old camcorder. But it's always just like some like oh, time for the Kennedy Christmas dinner, and it like shows the guy like coming out with the pan, just like his head gets blown off. And, like every scene is just some like family event on home video, and somebody's just getting shot in the head the whole time.
Oh, that's terrible. Poor RFK Jr.
All right, next one.
Oh, to be a fucking Kennedy.
No, thank you. Maria Shriver getting cheated on by Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, thank you.
Yeah. The night I was conceived and tempt fate by egging my parents' house.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that one. That's not something I would have thought about. You know what? Fucking cheers to you, mate.
I'm still here, but I'm not.
Is Nancy Pelosi that old? The Oval Office when JFK's knob was slobbed on by a young Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, she's definitely that fucking old, dude.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Weren't they saying that she was doing that in like San Francisco when he was campaigning?
Dude.
Go Nance.
Talk about deep throat, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's
go
a-
JFK. She was a smoke show back in the day.
With those fucking heavies? Are you kidding me?
Hold on, I gotta look it up now. Young.
I think Martin Luther King fucked Dianne Feinstein too.
Oh, look, the first picture that comes up of young Nancy Pelosi
With JFK.
with JFK.
Oh my gosh.
That's great. All right. June 12th, 1994, Brentwood, California. Armed with a foghorn in front of Nicole's house just to call OJ's play-by-play in real time.
Val, you dropped the glove. Fumble, fumble.
She did come out with a knife. That fucking bitch. She started it.
She started it. And OJ is attempting to take her head off with a knife. See how this works out for him. That's a lot of blood juice.
Like, you know what? It was literally self-defense.
You're right.
Holy shit.
She came out with a knife, and if I had it, almost decapitated her. She probably could have killed me with it.
He never even brought a knife. He just like wanted to know it was the knife she brought out.
Right? Yeah.
The guy she was with is all aggro too.
He jumps on OJ's back and tries to stab him.
He was innocent this whole time. Holy shit.
Well, he's been innocent the whole time. You know?
I mean, obviously.
Obviously. Real killer's still
But like
out
now
there.
it's like 100% confirmed.
I know. The real killer's still out there. Slavery, the rise of Hitler, and the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Freddie, why don't you just agree to that right now, bud? Is that what you want to go back and look at?
He's like, you know, he really likes stressful situations.
I crave the truth.
Yes.
He really wants to know what happened that night with OJ.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
He's really big into the missile crisis too, guys. Like, I'll wake up and he's just watching YouTube videos about it. It's wild.
I feel like the
he's-
same
he's a- he's a
person
man.
submitted a bunch of these. Watch a
Just a
pharaoh.
bunch of horrible shit or what?
Yeah. Watch a pharaoh whipped enslaved Jews.
Okay.
Can't you watch that on
Go watch 10 Commandments. The
Prince of Egypt?
Or, you know, like the Passion of the
just
Christ did a
me.
pretty good job of portraying that. Not a pharaoh, but you know.
That's what I'm saying. The Prince of Egypt. I mean, it's animated, but you get the gist.
Right.
I mean, the old 10 Commandments. One from like the fucking 50s or 60s.
Oh yeah, with isn't like Charlton Heston in that or something?
Yeah, Charlton
Yes.
Heston.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie very well, but I remember my dad always loved the movie Ben-Hur.
Dude, it's so
I went to the
fucking.
school.
That's why I brought it up earlier. 'Cause, I mean, it does have an intermission. That's a good fucking movie.
It is, but I was probably like 5 when I watched it, and from then on, I had like an irrational fear of leprosy.
Makes sense.
Same thing
Yeah, they
with
showed us it in 5th grade.
there was like a Humphrey Bogart movie, I think it was, called The African Queen.
Yes, with Katharine Hepburn.
Yep, and I watched that with him, and there's a part where he has to like pull the boat through like a shallow part of the water, and he gets out of the water and he's just like covered in leeches.
Leeches.
So
Get the
from-
salt.
So from then on, like we'd go like tubing in a river, and I was like terrified of getting leeches on
Aw.
me.
Okay, no. So watching, for me, it's Lonesome Dove with Copperheads.
Oh, okay.
That scene still haunts my fucking dreams. Like anytime I see water, I'm like, I'm gonna get like just copperheads all over my fucking body.
Was it copperheads in the water?
Pretty sure it
Or
was
was it 'cause
water
I-
moccasins.
Water moccasins.
Water moccasins.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Whatever. Fucking snakes. Fuck you, snakes. I don't-
Either way, a venomous water snake. Fuck that.
Yeah, it was water moccasins. Still.
Yeah.
Still.
I grew up in a place that had both of those, and I was like, "Wait, copperheads didn't go in the water. That was water moccasins."
Whatever. They're scary, okay? Where are you going, cat? Where the fuck you think? Oh,
Man, can you use my pie? Right.
because Freddie.
The night Jesus was conceived.
I wouldn't say there was necessarily a conceiving there.
Yeah.
More of
You'd see like a
place.
flash of light.
I like how a lot of people, like with that, like they like to ignore or they don't know that Joseph himself was confronted by an angel. And like that's literally where we get the name Emmanuel from, because the angel told Joseph, like, you will be the father of Emmanuel. Everyone was like, Joseph. And it's like, he was confronted by an angel himself, actually, about the whole thing. So if you actually want to read the Bible about it, do that. Educate yourself on it. because that's a fucking thing.
Is
So,
Joseph history's most famous cuck?
No.
what the fuck did I just say, my man?
Well, just because he got told about it doesn't make it. Mean
Well,
it
no,
didn't
because
happen.
like
She wasn't
He was-
fucked. That was like
She-
the entire point. She was a virgin.
she was also
And then they
14 and he
actually
was a
ended up-
widower.
Yeah.
They ended up having a child later on as well that
Mhm.
people don't like to talk about. Once again, read the fucking Bible, my man.
Yeah.
Educate yourself on
I'll
it.
pass.
Like it's pretty fucking cool. Like if you like it's fucking
It's about a
story.
whole family if you really dig deep enough. It's pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty fucking cool.
I
All the history and shit.
occasionally
Like,
I have to go to Hobby Lobby to get stuff for the screen printing shop. And every time I'm tempted to buy it at checkout, they have like on a stand, like all the different Bibles, and they have one called the Action Bible, and the cover looks like a comic book.
Oh, those are fucking cool. The graphic
Yeah.
novel ones.
I guess I was like, man, like I just want to open it up like Jesus is like all shredded, like carrying 2 machine guns.
probably not that.
Well, then I'm not interested.
Oh.
Anyways, the pyramids being built. Yep, we discussed that one. I want to go back and watch Womb bang Juan's mom.
So Juan's conception again.
Go back to that one time at band camp.
One time. Fucking love that movie.
I haven't seen that movie in fucking forever. That movie's got to be like turning 30 soon, isn't it?
I was
20.
really surprised that like even like the continuation of like the sequels, how good they were. That might be like one of the best. It's not a trilogy. Like there's 4 of them now. I don't know what that would be called.
Well, there's a bunch of them, but I know what you're talking
A
about. Like
cinematic universe for American Pie.
there was,
Well,
so you had
just,
American
like-
Pie, American Pie 2, and then American Wedding.
Well, and then American Reunion. Those are the ones I'm talking about, like the 4. Like not
Yes.
like the spin-offs, but like the 4 with a main people.
Right.
What do you call 4, Jake? In
A saga.
Like, is that not one of the best?
I think anything more than 3 is a saga.
Like with a
Oh.
continuation of everything. Like,
Yeah, because they called it Twilight Saga.
I don't think Stifler's in the 4th one though. In the Reunion, I can't remember.
They couldn't afford him at that point.
No, wait.
Yeah, he's in it.
He is in it because
like
I
they're all
remember
in
like
it.
he does the scene from what is it, Apocalypse Now or Platoon, like when he comes up from the water, like just bloop, and he just comes up. I can't remember what military movie that's from.
I think it's Apocalypse Now.
And he fucks up all those like younger kids shit and fucks up their jet skis. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
he is in it.
Oh yeah, and he finds out everyone fucked his mom.
Right. Does he? I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Is that one?
I
I think I vaguely remember the scene. He's like, "You fucked my mom."
I
What?
just-
He already knew in
I
the
just-
second one.
I just remember the hot blonde chick from Dale and Tucker versus Evils in that one.
Yes. Because in the 4th one, it's Stifler's mom and Jim's dad because they killed Jim's mom off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a while. The JFK assassination. Yep, we talked about that one.
I don't remember that part.
It was good. It was good.
So the Pentagon on 9/11.
I haven't heard much about that.
Some people said it was a cruise missile, not an airplane.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Explain the missing flight.
Another one. I would like to go back and see how the fuck they built the pyramids.
Again, if it was aliens, they would look a lot cooler.
But what if the aliens knew? Like, they can't look too cool, or else people are going to know it's us. So, September 6, 1782, Thomas Jefferson's wife, Martha, died. So I'd like to be there 5 years later in 1787 when TJ started banging out that mulatto slave Sally Flemings like it was Juan's mom.
You really think it took 5 years later?
I think he was doing that the fucking night she died, brother.
Probably. Probably
It
while,
was probably way before she died.
probably while she died. All right.
Like she wasn't taking males herself. Like, come on now. Come on now.
Everybody be fucking. All right, last one.
It was a different time. Marriages was loose, all right? You couldn't divorce people.
It was more of a political. It was always like a political thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a love match.
So, the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Oh, and backroom casting couch.
Which backroom casting couch?
Like the first one? Like the first one ever?
I don't know.
Yeah, do you want to witness history or is
Yeah.
it like the latest one? Because like it's a series, friend. You got to be more specific.
All right.
When I thought about it, like, let's get this. This couch is perfect.
Yeah. Wait, like it was probably like somebody actually coming in for an interview. And then ended up just having sex. And it's like, wait a minute. We can make money off of this.
Oh my gosh. I have an idea.
This camera was on the whole time, you know.
It was just two people after hours getting it on. It's like, wait, they both had the same thought at the same time. Wait a minute.
We work at a production company.
This is an amazing idea.
This couch was really
It was actually the woman's idea before the man's.
that couch was really comfortable to fuck on. We should do more of that.
And then after he came, he was like, oh, I have an idea.
I have an idea. All right. Well, that's it. So everybody knows what to do. Rate and review on iTunes. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Go to Spotify. Leave a 5-star. And yeah, hopefully the audio was better this time around. But all right. Well, I'm going to hop off of here. And yep, it's been the Nooner Nation.